All right, I want to talk today about a question we get a lot about Philadelphia schools and catchment areas. What is a catchment? All right, so let's get right to it. So catchment or boundary. Now, a catchment in Philadelphia schools is the area as to which you live. It will determine the catchment or the section of the city will determine where you're going to go to elementary school. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, catchment also means where it catches water, but we're not catching water here. We're catching some knowledge. So there are multiple catchments throughout the city. Now, the school district and the city officials have made these boundaries available, and they're not really exact squares, as you could imagine. They look kind of more like Tetris pieces. All right, so how do you know which school is yours, which catchment is yours? So there is a very great map on the school district website. We'll put a link to that below. Just click on the map and click on your street or put on an address near you or the address you live, and it'll tell you which elementary school you go to or which elementary school you belong to. Also the middle schools and the high school, which are all feeding into this catchment, if you will. So those students going of school age that live in the attendance boundary, let's say, another word for catchment is boundary, you get priority to go to that elementary school. So if you live in a certain boundary, in a certain section, now there are 13 sections in Philadelphia, 13 catchments, 13 boundaries. Can I say catchment one more time? So there are 13, but if you live in a certain boundary, you are guaranteed a seat in the elementary school, now with the exception of kindergarten. So if you're in a certain section, you're in that boundary, you do not need to apply to that school, although parents, you will have to provide proof of residency. You don't have to own the home, you can rent a property there. And there are some people that actually rent properties in other catchments just so they can send their school-age children to a certain portion of the district. So if you live in a certain attendance boundary and you don't want to go to that particular school, you can apply to go to another school. Now, you don't have to live in that section, you just have to provide yourself with transportation to get there, but you're not guaranteed a seat. This also has to do with the charter schools as well. Now, we do have some other videos about charter schools, and I won't go quite into that now, but same thing, you have to apply to go to a certain charter school, or any charter school, I should say, so you can try to select where you want to go. Now, schools will automatically enroll you in your local boundary catchment for the elementary school that it services. So some of the most popular catchments in the area is Adair, for sure. You got Spring Garden, you got Penn Alexander. All right, let's see. We named 3. Let's see if we can name the rest of them. We got Meredith. Now remember that one because that's my sister-in-law's name. We got Nebbinger. We've got Arthur. I remember Arthur because of that cool kid's story Arthur. I think he was a mouse or something? Got Greenfield, we have McCall, also have Kearney. Now remember, there's a map to all these, so if you're not sure, check out that link below, hit up your address in there, or any particular address, and you can see which boundary you are within. All right, we also got Ludlow, we got Bach Martin, or is it Bocce Martin? I like to say Bocce because, I like that game of bocce, but I believe it's Bach Martin. And also Hackett. So there are thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of unfilled seats in some of the particular areas because the other catchments fill up quicker. All right, so kind of to recap here, it is first come, first served. So if you live in a certain area within the boundary, you're guaranteed a seat, except if you're in kindergarten. Sorry, little people. I think the kindergarten has something to do with the time of the day, and not that it doesn't matter, but you're guaranteed a seat from first grade forward. You can apply to, depending on where you live, or it doesn't matter where you live, you can apply to another catchment, another area, but you're not guaranteed a seat. The more popular catchments, boundaries are in the more popular parts of the city. The Fishtown catchment seems to be one of the most popular. Also in that near University of Penn, kind of University City in that general area as well, Powelton Village, super popular Spring Garden. So some of the more affluent or the nicer areas of the city are the more popular areas to go because more people want to attend those elementary schools. Now, it really doesn't matter where you go in the city of Philadelphia. We got some great staff, some great teachers. People do have a lot of heart. They do have a lot of care. Now, the school district itself of Philadelphia really isn't stellar. It doesn't hit its high ranks like some of the other Pennsylvania schools, which are actually very local to Philadelphia. Okay. Listen, if you're not sure which catchment do I want, what part of the city you want to live in, don't worry, we got you covered. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, we can hit up a Zoom call. You want to send me an email, I'll be glad to answer you. Me and my team are always here to help. I'm Gregory Martier, your local real estate expert. Check out some of our other videos that we did on the Philadelphia schools and the surrounding school districts in the area. We're your local real estate and information experts here in the Philadelphia area. Glad you stopped out. Hit that bell notification, hit subscribe. If you want to check out some other of our great videos, click around and check them out. Let us know what you think. Hit up a comment. You can always send us a message. We're happy to help. We do answer all communication. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a great day.